Hi, my name is Sigmund, and welcome to another video on our sustainability series where we will talk about more about sustainability and understand issues on sustainability fairly easily. Now, this particular video is dedicated to understanding sustainability better. Having discussed other issues following up to this, we've already had a video explaining the background of sustainability, its development up to now. So I would encourage you to watch same. But the question is, what is sustainable development? And sustainable development has been defined by the UN World Commission on Environment and Development as development that meets the needs of the present without not compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This is a very important definition and calls into question how entities are able to manage their affairs currently so that they don't compromise future generations. And it's a very important area now across the world. And in business setting, sustainability is seen as the ability to balance the immediate financial returns and the creation of enterprise value without the long-term support for non-financial resources. So entities in their business setting would want to ensure that there's that balance between their immediate financial returns and how they aim to create value with the long-term support for non-financial resources. And obviously, when it comes to sustainability, it's always looked at from three core areas: the economic, environment, and social issues, sometimes referred to as profit, planet, and people. These are three acronyms that helps to make things understandable to everybody in appreciating that economic issues tend to look towards profit, environmental issues tend to look at the planet, while social issues tend to look at people. And based on this, when it comes to sustainability, we need to understand how these three issues or what these three issues relate to. So when it comes to the economic issues, these relate to natural resources that provide input to economic production. The inputs may be in the form of renewable or exhaustible. Renewable in the form of wind power, exhaustible like we have for oil or crude oil. Then we have the environmental, where we look at the planet, and this relates to the wider environmental systems that support economic production and human life, like the atmosphere, soil, and water. And environmental issues also relates to concerns about climate change, which is very important, pollution, waste of water resources, and biodiversity. And when it comes to social issues, this relates to society, the effect of economic systems such as hunger, poverty, inequality, and it incorporates also issues on working condition, work-life balance, and issues on children, safety of children, as well as slave labor. These are the three thematic issues covered under sustainability. Economic issues that tend to concern more of profit, environmental issues that tend to look at the planet, while social issues tend to look at people. And these are the three thematic areas that sustainability issues cover. Now, let's look at the broad views of sustainability. Now, when we look at sustainability, sustainability issues consider two views, specifically impact and dependencies. Now, impact could be looked at from both positive and negative point of view, whilst dependency is normally seen from risk and opportunity. So what is impact? Now, impact refers to the impact the organization and their operation have on the economic, environmental, and social factors. I repeat, impact refers to the impact of the organization and their operation on economic, environmental, and social factors. For example, the level of waste that the entity will generate, the impact of its operation on the soil quality, and the level of greenhouse emissions made by the organization, or increasing the extremes between poor and rich. That is what we call impact. And the impact could be positive or negative. When it comes to dependencies, it refers to the effect of the economic and environmental and social factors on the organization and its ability to create value. So when it comes to dependencies, there are usually risks and opportunities involved in it. For example, the effect of the availability of a particular resource, the expectation of customers, and the effect of climate change on an entity. So when it comes to dependencies, it's about the effect of economics, environmental, and social factors on the organization's ability to create value. So therefore, it could be risk and opportunities. But when it comes to impact, we are looking at how the entity's activities will impact economic and social and environmental factors. And that could be seen from both positive and negative perspective. Exactly. So what we're going to do is that we want to look at certain specific examples, specific industries, and how we could look at both their impact and dependency. So, for example, the pharmaceutical industry, when it comes to their impact, it could be both positive and negative. For example, their impact with regards to the use of water in manufacturing, their impact with regards to environmental pollution connected to the production of their pharmaceutical product, the eradication of disease could be part of their impact, the high level of packaging waste could be part of their impact, the high level of greenhouse gas emission could be part of their impact, and the complex global supply chain, including extraction of raw materials, could be part of their impact. And their impact could either be positive or negative. When it comes to the dependency, as I emphasize, is about risk and opportunity. So, for example, their level of dependence on agriculture, forestry, and marine-derived materials, which are used in the development of drugs, their dependence on regulatory and compliance factors, their social acceptance of medicine, the dependence on that, then also their dependence on the need for scientifically qualified workers are all part of their dependence. And there's obviously risk and opportunities with regards to their dependence. We can look at another industry like the mining industry. We can look at their impact as well as their dependence. When it comes to the mining industry, in terms of their impact, loss of biodiversity and ecosystem due to their operation, deforestation could be part of their impact. Pollution of air and soil and water could be part of their impact. Displaced communities could be part of their impact. Social impact due to the construction of supporting infrastructure and communication network, which is positive impact. Creation of job could be seen as a positive impact. And providing metals that are vital to the transition to a more sustainable economy would also be their impact. But in terms of their dependencies, in terms of how much they depend on social environmental factors, this is to do with their finite natural resources and the extent to which they depend on it, the impact of water stress and flooding on mining operation, shifting of customer demands for minerals, for example, the increased demand for lithium for electronic cars and the decrease in demand for coal could also impact authority dependence, could influence their dependence in terms of their risk and opportunity. And then also the need for manual labor could be part of their dependencies, and there's always a risk and opportunity in there. Exactly. So that's for the mining industry. We could look at another industry like, for example, the banking sector. What is their impact and what is their dependence? When it comes to the impact for the banking industry, the provision of sustainable finance, for example, low interest for electronic cars or mortgages that are aimed at purchasing of housing which are more environmentally friendly. Is that okay? Then also the effect of investing in sectors that are harmful to the environment, like a bank supporting the extraction of fossil fuel, is clearly a negative impact. Then also dependence in terms of risk and opportunity, their appetite for customers for sustainable finance solution, the impact of sustainability issues on customer business and their ability to continue as a going concern could be part of their dependence. Then also increased need to provide insurance for risk associated with climate change, for example, flooding, could be part of their dependencies. So these are the specific examples when it comes to practically understanding how an entity could understand their impact as well as their dependency from various industries, specifically the pharmaceutical industry, the mining industry, and the banking industry. So in terms of appreciating sustainability, you should always look at the impact as well as the dependency. Impact is the effect of the company's operation on social and environmental issues, when it comes to dependence, how much the entity rely on social and environmental factors in order to create value. So once you are able to analyze how the entity's activities will impact the environment and to what extent the entity will depend on the environment, then you are obviously beginning the journey in understanding sustainability issues. And I hope on your own small way, you can examine your specific industry and how your activities impact environment and social factors, as well as the extent to which your industry depend on social and environmental factors in your ability to be successful. So in essence, this is one of our videos on sustainability series, helping you to appreciate what it means to apply the knowledge in terms of sustainability to our own specific industry, in essence, to understand sustainability from a more practical way. So watch out for our other videos where we will explain, for example, knowing the difference between ESG and sustainability. And I'm sure you're going to watch that. So you can like this video immediately, share with a friend so that they can also benefit from the knowledge on sustainability. I encourage you to join our tuition program as well as purchase our books on our mobile application. Our mobile application is downloadable on iOS, Android, as well as Microsoft Store. Thank you so much. My name is Sigmund, and watch out for the next video. Bye-bye.